All right, let's talk about what else you got going on. Like, you have a development business too, so you buy raw land and you develop stuff.
Yeah, so we've done a couple different levels of that. So I've partnered with some a partner on some pretty major stuff here in Hamilton, Ancaster area.
Yeah, I know, I like it.
Yeah, so our plan on those deals, and a lot of those deals, we've actually flipped out at SPA. So we've gone through the entitlement process,
Which is
site plan approval. Sorry.
Yeah, everyone doesn't know the acronym.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Sorry, site plan approval. So like the one deal we did in Ancaster, we didn't even get site plan approval, and we have a massive lift on the property that it just makes sense to sell now.
Yeah.
So I've also done a ton of small scale development as well, like severances. So that's for some of the more I don't want to say newbie investors, even just like mid-tier investors, the small severance plays where you can slice off a lot and it doesn't actually devalue your main asset.
Yeah.
You can make a $400,000 or $500,000 lift slicing off a lot, and your initial asset doesn't go down.
And it's basically free because other than the cost to actually sever it,
Yep.
it's already built into the cost of your asset.
The other cool thing about it too is now you have a free unencumbered piece of land, which means if you want to build a small multi, it's easier to get construction financing because it's unencumbered.
Yeah.
You have a free and clear land value. So we've done very, very well on those, so the smaller scale ones.
So what areas have you done those in?
So that has predominantly been in Grand Bend.
Okay.
So Grand Bend, Ontario is a beach town on Ontario's west coast, if you will.
West Coast.
So, and we've done some luxe builds. So there are 3-story, 3,400 square foot luxury homes in cottage country.
Okay, so what do you look for specifically when you're going for those types of things to look that you can see to sever off a lot?
Yeah, so corner lots is a big one. Can you twist and sever? So the house might be facing the north road, but it's on a corner. If you turn it sideways, you may be able to get 2 lots facing the west.
So you're going to tear down the one house?
Tear down. So I've done that, which is a tear down and twist.
Yeah.
I've also done sever off. So there was one that had an overhang and a garage. All we had to do was tear down the garage, pull back the overhang, and we had a full lot sitting there. So in that market, there was actually some sites that had original pins on the other lot. So the severances were very, very easy. It wasn't that much of a long process. There was actually a pin that represented that being its own parcel at one point.
So small scale development, look for corner lots, double pins. Obviously, you know Grand Bend very well.
Yeah, I'll give you another cool one that we actually just got approved on, and a lot of people don't know this. This is more for larger estate type properties. We bought a 14-acre property, and there was a very, very large 7,200 square foot home on it.
Okay.
What a lot of people don't understand is when a bank comes to appraise that property, they account for the house plus 5 acres.
Okay.
The additional 9 acres weren't factored at all into the appraisal.
Yep.
So what we were able to do is actually sever them off into 3 more estate lots, and that land value on those equated to about $1 million, a little over $1 million actually, and the value of the house didn't change.
Yeah.
There was no adjustment to the value of the house after the parcels were severed off. So that was another way that we could find value where everyone else was looking at it as, oh, the house just seems like a big house that's kind of overpriced. And I said, well, it's not that bad if you slice all that land off.
Yeah.
So
are you living in that 7,200 square foot house now?
that was my COVID retreat.
Yes,
so it
sir.
had an indoor pool. It had a lot of stuff. So when we were all locked down, we moved out into the boonies at this house and
Nice.
and kind of hung out and swam and in the middle of the winter, rode around our toys. So we're likely going to sell the property now. It's just being fit. The severances were just approved, and the renovations on the starter castle, which is the house,
The starter castle.
are almost done. So
Nice.
Yeah.